All right, we're back. Episode 5 of the Ghost Files. We got a longtime friend, first time guest on the pod today, Cordelia Redmond. Cordelia, how you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for letting me be here, Dan. I'm so happy.
I'm glad we could make this happen and you could come on. For the viewers at home that maybe don't know you, would you like to give a quick
Yeah, I've watched the other ones. I know what it's about. I know what I gotta do. I'm 5'8", 155. No, I'm kidding. Get it?
Yeah, I got
Anyway,
it. Yeah.
no. My name's Cordelia Redmond. I just turned 18. I'm a senior at Westford Academy, and I don't know what else to say.
6'8", 250.
6'8", 250. I'm on the wrestling team. I wrestle all around the state. My biggest opponent is St. John's Prep for sure.
Going to the Air Force next year. So yeah,
Yeah, I will
definitely.
be attending
Okay,
the Air Force.
perfect. Well, yeah, there you go. So let's just hop straight into it. First off, how's senior year going?
It's honestly awful, Dan. You know the
Yep,
vibes. Everyone knows the vibes. It's a train wreck. It's literally a train wreck on fire.
yep.
And it sucks. And especially because there's like the thing about the extending the hours now. So we
Oh
have to go
yeah,
on afternoon classes too. That's stupid. What do you think about that? Do you agree with that or
I
no?
think like online classes is already so like not
Stupid.
productive that it would just
I
be a
know.
waste of time. Um,
It's a waste of time and it's just like frustrating to see like I feel like no adult, no like teacher is like listening to any of the kids when we're like this is horrible for our
yeah,
mental health to be like online and like this is bad and they're like okay. How about if we add more to that? Just maybe for a little bit of a change, a little bit of a spicy add
yeah.
in.
It's kind of like those TikToks where it's like every administration email. It's like we care for you and we love you guys, but
We love you.
we are not gonna
Oh,
change anything. We're just gonna leave
we
everything
we
it
are
is.
actually going to add more on if that's okay with you guys. I know, but we still love you. And here's some apps that you can use to help with your mental health.
If you're not feeling okay, here's a breathing routine link to a YouTube video.
A
Hopefully that helps.
coloring book page for your tranquility.
Exactly. Um,
Perfect.
I was thinking about this morning as like my schedule and just like overall like how I am, like how I operate has just been so different due to like online school. Like
What do you
it
mean?
kind of feels like I'm in a nursing home because like we just stay home. I have to wake up really early without leaving my house like a 70-year-old person would be.
You're
Um,
so right.
I get
You're
up
so
with
right.
my camera off. I'm like wearing a robe. I'm like, why am I wearing a robe right now? But it's just like,
People like come in on check on you. You're like, I'm
no, no
fine.
thanks. Just rinse and
Uh,
repeat. Yeah,
I'm just kind of waiting it out here, you know?
exactly.
That's actually awful. That's a horrible joke. That's horrible.
I mean, tough truth, tough truth.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there any bright spots from this year? Like pros
Um,
amongst the tons of cons?
I mean, it's honestly like one thing I would say. First off, people would just say like it's good content. Like we're living through something. It's obviously going, that's just something that we can like write essays on, like stuff that we can make, like because I feel like we're at the perfect age to be going through this, like young enough to be able to like complain about it and young enough to like not have to care that much, but old enough to still remember it and understand what's going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though
Um,
we should care, I'm not saying that we shouldn't care, but I'm saying that like we don't have that much
we're not
responsibility.
as at
Yeah.
risk in a way.
Yeah, I know. But
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it has some benefits like, no SATs for some people and
yeah.
essays give you like a full
Yeah, but like then I'm just like, that's kind of like grasping at straws for something that's
yeah.
literally a band-aid on a bullet hole wound. It's like, But whatever. Besides good content, like it's just fun to have like a new experience, I guess. Definitely learning experiences. I feel like so many people have changed like over quarantine.
Oh, definitely. I feel
For
like
sure.
I've definitely changed since March in
Yeah,
a
I
way.
changed big time.
Yeah.
But like for the better, I think. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely like given a lot of us like a more worldly perspective, a more like understanding that there's like things greater than ourselves that you can't like see, but you like know are there.
Yeah. Especially since like,
Dream.
especially since with like, you know, a lot more time by yourself, it kind of gives you more time for like self growth
Exactly.
rather than
Exactly. And
worrying
that's
about other
like,
people.
yeah. So a lot
Exactly.
of introspection, like by yourself, which is like really isolating and really lonely, but it's also like, it's like a positive that you can take. Like, especially the time I've been quarantined, I was like, oh, I got to get this, and this done. And some of them I've done, some of them I'm not. But overall, I'm like just grateful that like me and like my close family and friends and stuff, like we're all safe. And in
Yeah.
Westford, we haven't had like a ton of cases and
Problems.
stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
which is really good. I'm really thankful for that. But
Yeah, me too.
yeah, peace. You want to see something cool that I can do?
Sure.
Okay, ready? People tell me that this is stupid, but I'm really proud of it. Okay. So it's like the mime in the box. It's like, but then you're
Oh.
like, oh my God, is there something on the glass? I can't see out. And you're like, "Ah, let me just clean that." Do you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
And it's like washing.
For people that don't watch the YouTube video, they're gonna be like, I think my iPhone's broken or something when they hear that.
Oh, yeah, they're going to skip to that part and they'll be like, whoa,
Whoa. Or
is it
maybe like
broken?
someone have like a pet elephant or something.
This is so funny that if I'm just thinking of anybody like watching this who doesn't know me, just listening to things I say, it's just funny.
Yeah.
People who don't know you, like people who don't know Carter, know Luke, David, Evan, everyone. Also, come on, I just have to mention it. I'm the first girl on the podcast.
Debut female on the podcast. Took a while,
Yo,
but
this is the females' debut. They will be included on the rest of the podcast, right, Dan?
yes, definitely. I mean
Word up
it's
for the
I feel
females.
like it's been more of like it's not me. It's not a me thing. It's
Oh
a
no, I'm not suggesting that like, oh, I'm not saying I'm not, I'm just saying like it's like a moment.
yeah. Oh no, this is groundbreaking day in
Or
history.
maybe not. I don't know.
All
People
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Anyway.
Um let's see. I have a list here. I actually took notes this time, so this um
Damn.
do you have any plans or like things to look forward to for the rest of the year?
Um I don't know why. Like it's we have nothing to do yet. I'm so busy. Incredibly busy all the time. I don't know why. But like I even though it's like remote or in school, like I still have like clubs to do, like the clubs that I'm in, the clubs that I'm running, like we're still running virtually and stuff. And planning to do like outside stuff and like just as much as we can. Um, I also do theater. That's like a big thing that people know about me. I do theater and we are still like doing it and we're doing stuff that I'm like really excited about, but it's gonna have to be like in outside with, you know,
Yeah.
extra precautions and stuff.
Guidelines.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to graduating like every single other person. And I honestly like want to leave. It's weird,
Same.
it's like I want to
Yeah.
leave, but I want to stay. Like, and I feel like it sucks because we know that we have to leave so soon and I'm trying not to miss like all this time, but I want to hang out with people, but I can't, like
Yeah.
I want to have like see all my friends and like have big senior activities because I know that we have to leave in like less than a year, but we just
Yeah.
can't. And
It's
that's like it sucks. I want to be able to hang out with everyone so bad.
me too. It's like the only thing we can kind of look forward to is college in a way, since like the way sort of things are planning out with like the vaccine and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
The
and then
timeline.
by the time like we could do stuff, like even at the best chance, like we'd be gone probably, which is kind of
Yeah,
tough.
exactly.
So yeah.
But hopefully that'll make number one our college years even better because
Oh
we're like
yeah,
gotta
definitely.
party it up. Number two, I don't know if you've talked about the like your parties that you've had before, but like guys, if people on podcasts don't know, Dan like goes all out. He decorates the heck out of his basement. And they're sick, and everyone used to have the best time with them. And I'm so sad that we can't be in Dan's basement anymore.
Uh,
Seriously.
that was a good plug. So if anyone that didn't know I did that, now they think I'm cool. I'm not just the kid with the
Yeah.
podcast. Yep.
Nah, what do you mean, Dan? I don't want to hear that negative
Well,
self-talk at
just
all.
give me some more credibility, throw a
No,
party.
also, have you talked about like where you're going on this podcast
A little
before?
bit, a little bit.
Just because I am literally so happy whenever I think about how you're going to Arizona, because I remember us talking like sophomore year, freshman year, something like that. And your dream was to do like sports journalism. And you like, that was like your ultimate, like, oh, I wish I could do that. And now
Yeah.
you're doing it. And I'm so happy. I literally am so happy. Are you excited?
I'm pumped. Like it honestly, I've said this before, like on a previous episode, but I it kind of hasn't like kicked in a way. Obviously,
Yeah,
since we're like still, I'm still in
I
Westford,
know.
obviously, and
Yeah.
obviously we're not done with high school. But I feel like once I actually get out there and like things start, it'll definitely be like wow, like pinch me type of vibe. But
I
we'll
can't
see
wait
what
to see
happens.
your name. I can't wait to see your name like on the top of like the sports. I don't know what they're called, but the sports magazines.
Just any sports magazine.
I don't know what they're called, but maybe you'll start your own.
Yeah. Um,
That's
maybe we'll see what
that's
happens. Um,
damn. Put this. Oh, okay. I'm just saying, future Dan, if you're famous, this is legendary, and you're so cool. Anyway, continue.
um, let's see where should we transition? Oh, you talked about clubs and theater. This would be a good transition into talking about the previous 4 years. So do you want to talk about how like your time in high school, clubs and theater and stuff like that, and your hobbies?
Yeah, sure. So, I'm a very like musical, artistic, creative person. And I've pretty much been doing theater since like middle school before that. Um, but I don't know. I feel like I could talk about like how I like theater and music has been like my best like passion and stuff, but it truly has like changed a lot over high school. Like I went into high school being like such a different like kind of artist than I am now. Like I really loved like theater and stuff, but then like I kept realizing that the thing that I liked about theater was like the music, and that's like what I really connected to. Um but I sing and I like play some instruments and stuff. Oh yeah, my clubs. Sorry, I'm forgot. Okay, so I've done Westford Academy Theater Arts all 4 years. That's like basically where I would say I spent most of my high school time. Literally, if anybody doesn't know, like WADA, Westford Academy Theater Arts, we spend so much time at school. But I people think that like it's crazy, but it's like what you love to do when you find the thing that you love to do and you're like there and you get to be there every single day until like 10 p.m. That's like the best thing in the world. People are like, oh, that's way too much time. I'm like, no, it's so fun and it's so rewarding. But anyway, besides theater, I've been in choir for 3 years. Obviously love that. I love being like exposed to like different kinds of music and stuff. So like I do like more classical stuff there. The clubs I do, I'm the president of Wit, little plugs, Wit. I've done it all 4 years. It's like my favorite club ever. It's Westford Improv Troupe, and we just do improv, and we are so funny. And it's so funny. I don't know. I love it. And then the other club that I'm the president of is Hands to Haiti, and we do fundraising work for this school on an island like off the mainland of Haiti that has this kind of new style of teaching that is like They don't like use corporal punishment. It's just very like innovative and stuff like that. So we've been fundraising like specifically for that school for like the past couple years, which again has been really rewarding and stuff. So yeah,
That's awesome. That was definitely
thank you, Dan.
it's definitely quite the list of clubs and hobbies.
I guess.
Not the
I
flex,
don't
not the
know.
flex or anything. Do you plan to do like anything like that relates to these clubs and hobbies in college or in the future?
Yeah. So I'm like applying to music colleges now, and I'm so excited. I literally could talk about it for so many hours, but I just like tend to go off on rants a lot, but I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to like my dream is to be able to like write, produce, perform like my own music and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna go to college for, and I don't really care if it doesn't work out because at least I'm gonna try.
Yeah. That's all that matters, you know. Have a goal,
Yeah,
got to
just
go for it.
give it a good old try. But if it doesn't work out, no, it will work out. There's literally nothing else that I would want to do with my life. But
Definitely.
yeah,
When we can come back to this video when my name is on the sports magazine and your song is on Spotify top charts.
dude, dude, knock on wood, dude.
Knock on some wood. Yeah.
I did.
Um um let's see. So yeah, you have quite the list of hobbies. Going towards college now, is there anything that like stands out to you that you haven't tried outside of your hobbies and clubs and interests like that that is maybe a new interest that you would want to like pursue?
So anybody who knows me knows that I'm not an athletic person. And yeah, I mean, I used to be like really insecure about it, but it's just not my strength. I'm just not like an athletic. I'm not good at sports, but like I've always been like jealous of having like a team and like having games and stuff like that that everyone would go to like, but I don't know. I've been to enough sports games. Um what was the question? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh no, I probably will not do sports in college. I'm sorry. I
I mean,
definitely will
straight up,
not be doing that.
kept it
Straight up.
100.
Maybe exercise more, but like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be athletic. It could be like traveling,
Oh,
etc.
facts.
I mean, there's
Um
endless options, really. I think.
I mean, I'm not really looking forward to college per se. I see college as like not like basically a lot of money for something that like you could get outside of that. But I'm still going to college because I want to go to college, but I know that there are like so many opportunities beyond college that it isn't like the end all be all.
Yeah.
So I'm not like particularly excited like to go to a school as much as I am to just like go anywhere and just like be outside of my town and my
Yeah.
house.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like the better phrased question is what do you want to do in like the next four rather than college? Because not everything's college related. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
there's so many options outside of college and universities.
Like I think of my next 4 years and I don't think of it like spending all my time at college. Like pretty much the only schools that I'm applying to are in Boston and New York City because I really want to be in a city and like especially those cities. But I just imagine it like just being able to live in a city is my dream. I don't care. I don't care at all. I just want to just be out of
Out of the small town. Yeah, that's fair.
small town
I
vibes.
I can agree with that. What draws you to the city life the most?
Um, honestly, like the culture, that's like there's so much in such a small space. There's so many people and so many different like cultures. There's so much to do. You could never get bored. And that's just what I love about it. I love Boston. I actually was born in New York,
Oh,
but yeah, not like New York City, not like one of
oh,
those places, but I was born like
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Don't need that
No, to
information
put out
public.
on the internet,
That's
even
kind
though
of
the
messed
FBI
up.
knows every single thing about us, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. Let's see here. Um, hmm. If you weren't doing theater, what would you think you would do?
Like in high school or
I mean, I guess just in general, but it could be in high school.
um yeah, I mean like I've thought about a lot of different careers that I wouldn't do if I like wasn't doing music and stuff like that. Um Psychology, I really like psychology. Um I love talking to people. I love talking to people and just like talking to them about anything. It's just so interesting to me, like listening to everyone, like different people's perspectives. I just love people.
Hey,
I don't
that's a good
know.
thing. That's good that we got you on the pod rather than, some people come on
Facts.
could come on here and just give like one word answers the whole time.
Exactly. Gotta have a convo. And you know what this reminds me of? Gotta give a little plug out to a podcast that me and Dan hold dear to our heart. What is it, Dan?
I if we're thinking it starts with a T, right?
Yeah.
Tiny Meat Gang.
Tiny Meat Gang. Dan and I were supposed to go to a Tiny Meat Gang concert last year, but it got canceled.
Postpone. But, I mean, they just keep pushing it back, so it's
Yeah,
not.
I know.
I mean,
I
it's
was
basically
so
canceled.
excited for that. I was so
Same.
excited.
Hey, July 2021. It's on the table technically.
It is.
Technically, like I
I'm
said.
so down, and I will be so ready. I'll be so ready.
That's definitely something that'll just like pop up in my phone like a week before.
And
And I'll
then
be
we'll
like,
be
"Oh
like,
shit." Yeah. Oh, yeah.
oh, oh.
Oh. Um anyways, you talked about how doing theater like growing up kind of like led you to music. led you
My
to
sister.
led you to um like a passion in music. Do you think that's like the biggest change like from freshman year to senior year, or is that, like how do you think you've changed since the beginning of high school the most?
That's like such a big, it's a big
No,
fun
I'm
question.
coming with the heavy hitters.
Um, Fiona, I'm doing an interview. Go away. Yes, for my friend's podcast. No, this is going on YouTube. Like, this is like a real podcast that's going on YouTube.
Oh, like they're recording?
Yes, and it's recording right now, and this will be in the podcast.
Oh my god, I have my sweatpants on. I need to sit.
That's me and my sister in a nutshell. Anyway, how have I changed in the past 4 years? It's like, oh, I can't even, it's really hard to describe in words. But like, it's just a completely different person, I feel like. Well, it's like I have the same like experiences and like feelings and emotions and stuff, but I've just like learned so much to like, I don't know, just be a better person, be like a healthier person, like for myself, for the people around me. That's what I would say be like my proudest thing in my whole entire high school. It's just like I just like worked on myself through high school and like kind of became a different person. Like worked through a lot of stuff that like was wrong and was like challenging for me in like freshman and sophomore year. And I became a
Yeah.
baddie. A baddie. A baddie.
Yeah, I mean, I think like what you said is definitely true. Like there's kind of high school is definitely different for everyone. In a way that like you said you had a lot of like self-growth while other people kind of they shy away from changing and try to just like remain the same in a way. It's all like up to like breaking out of your shell in a way.
Yeah, and speaking of people changing, like you literally have changed the most. You have changed the most. Like let the people of the pod know that.
The people of
The
the
people of
pod.
the pod. Just like you used to be so like quiet and shy and like now you are one of the most like people I know. Like a person of the people. The
Person of
people
the
love
people.
you. Every single person in our grade loves you. Why would they not? Like that's just not to
I
like
appreciate it. Not the flex, as we said, as we've said on this podcast
as
like five
yeah,
times
yeah.
already. But I mean,
But
I don't know about that, but I mean, I
I just
definitely,
think it should be known. Like
yeah, I'm not
do
gonna boast, but I appreciate
and I know I
the
saw
kind
that.
words.
Of course.
Yeah,
I think so many people have changed. Everybody has changed,
yeah,
but it's I don't know, you just take it day by day. People change and like for better and some people change for worse, but
you kind of just have to adjust and move on.
exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. It sounds so like simple, but like
At the
it's
same
so
time,
hard to comprehend and like actually apply to your own life.
yeah. I mean, especially with I think going into high school, like freshman year, coming from middle school, there's a tendency that like a personality trait is really just like based off your friends. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of stay in your shell with your friends, or like you're not really your true self. I feel like because there's a lot of like trying to fit in a way. Um,
And like I don't know. I feel
yeah.
like we feel the same way like about this. Like we've had like lots of different friends. Like
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
know I've had like lots of different friends. Like as I've just changed as a person, like I don't know, but I'm still 1000. I wouldn't change like any of them for anything because I feel like I've learned like something. That sounds so stupid and cliche, but like I don't know. Exactly like the people who like just don't care to like make any new friends and make like any new acquaintances. Like I just feel bad. I'm like, there's literally so many cool people in high school, and I only like figured that out after like probably sophomore year when I was like, why am I trying to make like friends like based on like them wanting me to be their friend? Like
Exactly. Exactly.
exactly. Like why should I stress about that? Why should I be thinking about that? Like are they good for me? Like am I good for them? Do they make me a better person? Like do I make them a better person? Like I don't know.
Definitely.
Just a lot of stuff like that.
I mean, and there's still gonna be those people that like haven't changed, like even to this day. And
Yeah,
like
I
even when
know.
they go to college, probably they won't, because
Won't change at all.
it's all mindset in a way.
It
And
literally is.
you kind of just need that moment to realize like for me it was playing club basketball, and I was sitting on the bench, and I was like, why am I don't even like this that much. Like what? Because my version of I wrote this on my college essay actually.
Really?
My version of like fitting in was making the basketball team, like in like fifth grade, like playing travel or like the
Yeah.
Stony Brook team. And then eventually like and I would do like all these other teams like to try to get better. And then eventually I was like, do I actually enjoy this, or am I just trying to like fool people in a way? And that's when I
It's
realized
yeah.
it wasn't for me.
Exactly. Exactly. The people who go through that, like, I could say I went through exactly that, but just with a different, like, scenario. Like, you just sit there and you're like, what am I, like, how is this helping myself? How am I,
Yeah,
like, taking care of myself by doing this?
exactly.
And if you're like, I'm not, then maybe you should think about what you're doing.
Definitely.
Mic fix, mic break, mic
mi-
fix,
mic mic
technical
adjustment period.
difficulties. Burp, burp, burp. Okay,
Oh,
anyway.
let's see. Um, what's your favorite high school memory?
Hmm.
It's kind of a tough one.
That is such a tough one. Like some of my fondest have to be like the football games, even though I didn't even go to that many. The ones I did, they were sick and
Yeah.
like they were fun and like we would all just be huddled together and it's like so cold. Everyone has blankets and stuff. I just am thinking of like a specific time when it was literally right before we all went to your house. That was like the best night. That was the best day. I'm just going to talk about this day. We had a spirit rally on the day. Then we had a sick home football game. And then we all went to dance after. And it was the best day ever. It was like, you remember that day? That was the best day
Yeah.
ever.
I mean that would be my answer. The spirit rally and that kind of day.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
I just any like time where you just feel like the WA like community. I guess I don't know.
That was kind of like like burst of the bubble moment. I feel like for me, like that was the moment I was like let's go. I'm having a good
Yeah,
time, and
let's go.
like this
That
is me type
greased
of thing.
watermelon toss, you and Alex.
If I
I
didn't
remember
catch
it like
that
it was
watermelon,
yesterday.
if I didn't catch that
Oh my
watermelon,
God.
let's see, like who knows where we would be today.
Oh my God, I remember that exact moment. And I remember like, it's so weird. I literally think that was yesterday. It kind of felt like, it was kind of last year. Was it
I mean,
last year?
yeah, fall 2019.
Oh, it was
To
last year.
over a year,
It
but
wasn't even
it
that last year.
felt like yesterday, kind of in a way.
Yeah, I know. It
Blink
literally
of an
just felt
eye.
like, I remember exactly what everyone was doing. Remember the what's it called? Tug of war.
Tug of war.
Yeah, and like who was on in our grade? Mason, was Jay Willie? No.
No, I think it's probably like Adam.
Adam. Who else was there? Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of
I
the
don't know.
football players can play because of
I
obviously
do remember that, but we still like
we
beat
still
the
won.
seniors.
And then Wubby won the limbo. I remember that.
And then everyone trying to say you cheated.
Yeah, which is classic Wubby.
That's the
Always,
seniors just being salty.
yep, classic Wubby always turning up controversy and
It's so
beef.
funny how classic Wubby. No, I love Wubby. He's
Yeah,
so
he's the
nice.
best.
He literally is one of the nicest guys.
Hmm.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I forget.
Let's see. Let's go back to the list.
He looks
here.
at his notes to get another question prepared.
So we did favorite memory. What biggest regret from the last 4 years?
Maybe this is just me not wanting to think of one, but like I have none.
Ooh.
Because I don't know. Just
No,
because
I see what you mean.
Because at the same time, like, sure, there's so many things that I'm like, I wish I didn't do that, or like, I wish that didn't happen. But like, I don't know. I just see it now as like every single thing that is even a little bit hard, like it like adds on to like your experience, like your learning,
Exactly.
your
Everything
like
happens for a
idea.
reason.
Yeah, that's everything happens for a reason. I just feel like is like a simplified version of like the idea that in the end, like the things that you've experienced, like bad or good, they like make who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I agree in a way where if you spend your time like dreading on what could have happened, you won't be prepared for the future in a way, or like you won't appreciate what's happening now. Like there's like you said, there's so many moments where you could have been like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that.
Yeah.
And instead of just like keeping your head down and going forward and like chugging along, like if you keep dreading on it, you won't enjoy the what's to come.
But I definitely should have cared less earlier on.
Yeah.
But that's what everyone, I don't know. Once you get there, you're like, I wish I could have seen it sooner, but like you didn't. And
Yeah, definitely.
but you see it now, and that's good.
Mhm.
This episode is so psychological.
It's probably the best one yet, I'd say.
Really, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I was talking to Luke before. I was like, yours was trash. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, I'm kidding. I mean, he just didn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of dead air. I'd go yours, Carter, Divish.
Yeah, Carter.
Evan.
Yeah.
Then probably some of the unreleased ones, and then Luke's. But you know,
Which ones are unreleased? Evan and
I don't have any unreleased ones. That's the joke.
oh,
Luke's is that bad. It's at the bottom.
wait. So wait, Evan did his with who?
Tim.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Don't tell them.
Hey, well, I mean, it's
so
the
mad at
newest
me.
one. It's the newest one, so can't blame you.
Yo, maybe we should talk about dunks for a second.
That's a good talking point because you've been
I
working
know.
at dunks, and that's
I've
kind
been
of like a
working at
big
dunks.
staple of your life.
It is a big staple of my life, and like if I have a chance to talk about it, it's so fun. Well, it's like miserable, but also fun. because so at our dunks, cheers, New England staple. At our dunks, like literally 75% of the workers are high schoolers, like in our grade. Probably like 8, 9, 9 of us, question mark, like are all in the same grade. And we're all friends, like literally all of them are like, we're both friends with all of them.
Yeah.
Which is sick. So we just work there, you know, fool around sometimes, but our manager is sick. And there's like people that graduated from WA and just like some other Westford people. And it's dope.
Yeah. It looks dope.
Yeah.
I see the Snapchat stories all the time.
We do take a lot of Snapchat stories because at Dunk sometimes it's either really, really, really busy or dead. Like no
Yeah.
one walking in for hours dead.
Definitely.
So I've been on like both ends of the spectrum. Like when I first started working 4 to 10s, like we have like our 4 to 10s like the night shift. Like now you work them alone, but when I was training, like obviously I didn't work them alone, but when I did it for the first time, I got like a rush at like 9 p.m. and I literally started crying in the back. Like I just broke down in the back and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I literally felt like I was dripping in coffee. People were like yelling my name from the front, being like, where's my coffee? Even though that's not actually what happened. It just was horrible. But
Dramatic.
yeah.
So yeah, that's Dunks in a nutshell.
Dunks in a nutshell.
Definitely.
Maybe you should have some more Dunks workers on here. Evan works
might.
at Dunks. Did he talk about that?
I think he touched on it a little bit, but not too much.
Not that much.
He's
If I were to name a couple specific people, I just feel like that'd be fun because if we look back on this, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, so Sam Krosky is our leader shift manager, and he
Yep.
bosses us around sometimes. But he's so good at his job, and he works, I kid you not, 40 hours a week, and is also a high school student because he either has like no social life or like he just loves to work. He just likes the money, I guess.
Yeah, respect
Like-
the hustle.
Thomas Kennedy, he's another shift leader. Evan's being replaced.
Oh,
Yo, when are you gonna release this? I'm not joking,
Probably-
Dan.
what is today, Thursday?
It actually can be never. I mean, Evan knows that he's being replaced. He's refusing to work Saturdays. It's a whole thing.
This is gonna come out on
He
Sunday,
knows.
probably. So, I mean, Evan's just gonna have to get used to
Let's
it.
go. Let's go.
All right.
My manager gonna be calling me up on Sunday being like, what you saying, Evan?
So she'll be like, so I listened to the pod.
Yeah, I'm a loyal pod listener.
So
So what am I, episode 5?
yeah, I think so. I hope so, or else I've been saying the wrong episode the whole time. Let's see. We could wrap it up here with the final big question.
Uh-oh.
What advice would you give to someone starting high school or WA?
If I was to like advice for like WA specifically, I would say understand that you are extremely privileged in your education. Westford Academy is such a highly ranked school, and we have amazing teachers and people who really care about us in the building. And we all need to be grateful for that, even though high school sucks for everyone at different points. But Westford Academy is we're really fortunate to live in Westford and to have like Westford Academy and stuff. But anyway, high school in general, if you're starting high school in general, just like make your own way through it and like stick with the people who make your life feel easier and make your life feel like you're less stressed out. Like stick by the people who like make you feel like going to school is fun because you can say hi to them.
Yeah.
That's like that I can't even describe how much serotonin that gives me going down the halls and like seeing people being in a good mood. Like expand outside of your circle, because I cannot like explain how much good it will do you. It'll do you so much good. Seriously. Swag.
That was definitely a good way to cap it off. All right.
Thank you.
So this has been episode 5. Cordelia, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Dan.
Anytime. All right. So for the Ghost Files, I'm Dan Allison, and thanks for listening.